Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 7, Functional English Grammar. Today, this occasion, we will try to teaching practice. But before we start, let me introduce our member first. Start from Rahma Kamila with NPM 2083, and then Hanina Syarifah 2089, and then Siti Nur Aisyah 2092, and then myself. My name is Wigati Sunarsih with NPM 2096. So we will start the teaching practice now. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to Functional English Grammar class. So before we start our class today, let's pray together. Pray begin. Okay, enough. Thank you. So, how are you doing? How about your feeling today? How do you feel in this time? How are you feeling? Sleepy or hungry, or have you had a breakfast? Okay. I just want to say that I hope your day is better than yesterday. So we will discuss and learn about theme and rhyme. This is the today material, this is the today topic in this functional English grammar class for today. So theme and rhyme is the part of the grammar. So I will explain the definition and then the difference between theme and rhyme. So theme is the elements which come first in the clause. So but while the rhyme is the rest of the clause, typically contain more information about the theme. And then theme is what the clause is going to be about, while the rhyme is what I'm saying about, or the what the writer or speaker will saying about. So as the definition as I explained before, here's the example of the theme and rhyme. I will read. My sister goes to the campus every morning. And then the explanation is the word my sister is the theme as the something the speaker or writer talking about. And then the goes to the campus every morning as the rest of the clause talks and gives more information about my sister, about the theme, like this. And then about the theme is theme have three types. There are topical, textual, interpersonal. Topical themes have two types. There are the topical, there are unmarked and marked topical theme. The unmarked topical theme is the theme is typical theme that are usually start with subject. For example, my uncle visited me last week. My uncle in this clause as the theme, and then visited me last week as the rhyme. And then the marked topical theme is non-topical themes that is characterized by the other than subject, such as complement, adjunct, or predicator. For example, last week my uncle visited me. Nah, last week this the adjunct as the theme, and then my uncle visited me is the as the rhyme in this clause. Okay, next type of the topical. Next about type of themes is textual theme. Textual theme have the function for what? To connect logically the first and second clause. They can be textual themes can be continuative or conjunctive, adjunct, and conjunction. For example, in the continuative, it can be anyway, well, right, now. For example, right. What we need to do today is revise for our test. The word right is the contextual. The word right, is the textual themes. And then conjunctive adjunct, for example, is for instance, in addition, likewise. For example, in the clause is as a matter of the fact, she is the doctor we are looking for. And then the conjunction, it can be and, because, who, when, and whether. For example, I went there and she returned home. This the word and as the textual theme.
Next type of theme is interpersonal themes. Interpersonal themes is a sentence that emphasizes aspect of the social relationship between the speaker and the listener. In other words, interpersonal themes help to convey information about how social relationships are established through language in communicative context. Interpersonal themes is an element which occur before topical themes or subject. Interpersonal themes may be in the form of modal adjunct, vocative, finite, or WH elements. So, a sentence can be identified as interpersonal themes if there are elements of mood adjunct, vocative, finite, or WH element before the topical themes. Okay, we move to the example. This is the example of modal adjuncts. Perhaps we can wait until next week. Perhaps is a modal that indicates us interpersonal themes and we as the topical of subject. And perhaps we is a themes and can wait until next week is Rheme. Okay, the next example of vocative. Vocative is a name or nickname used to address someone. The example is, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. Dearly beloved as a vocative and we as the topical themes or subject. Dearly beloved, we as the theme and are gathered here today as Rheme. Next material is clause as theme in a clause complex. It refers to the use of clause as theme element in a clause complex. This happens when a clause becomes the focus or subject matter of a larger sentence. Okay, next we move to the example. While he was working, I was reading a book. With this sentence, the clause while he was working becomes the themes or focus of the conversations, while the clause I was reading a book provides additional information. The next material is theme equatives. Theme equative used to express quality between two objects, two subjects, or phrases in terms of their role or status. This occurs in certain identified clauses where the theme and rhyme are equated with each other. For the example sentence is, the biggest obstacle for us is the lack of resources. The theme is, the biggest obstacle for us, and the rhyme, the lack of resources. Theme and rhyme are treated as equivalents or compared with each other through the verb is. The next example is, non-praise. Hani is as smart as Budi. In this sentence, Ani and Budi are equated in terms of their intelligence. The next is predicated themes. Predicated themes is the thematic elements of the sentence that describe what is happening or what is the subject of the conversations. Predicated themes often include verbs and direct participants involved in the actions. For the example is, the students writing papers all night. In the example sentence, it showed the main action, where the theme emphasized the subject, the students, while the rhyme provides additional information, is writing papers all night.
The next material is theme and mood. In functional English grammar, theme addresses to the organization of information in a sentence, focusing on the initial element that provides context, while mood concerns to the speaker's expression of attitude and perspective. These concepts are essential for understanding how language is used to convey meaning and the speaker viewpoint in different contexts. And there are three types of theme. The first is theme in interrogative. Interrogative theme is typically introduces the question and sets the stage for the information being sought, and serves to introduce the question and guide to the listener or reader's attention toward a specific information. The polarity yes or no question is included in unmarked theme that consists of finite and subject. the polar. Here, the finite precedes the subject, and this N is the thematic if the subject is also a topical theme. For the example, did we decided to wait? Did we mark as the theme? Decided to wait, mark as the Rheme. And then the other example, on Saturday will you be going? On Saturday is marked as topical theme. The finite comes after, so it is not thematic. In the case of WH interrogative, the WH element alone is thematic. For the example, what time is the exam? What time marked as the theme? Is the exam marked as the Rheme? Then the next type is theme in imperative. Imperative theme often contains the verb and is the core element that conveys to the command, request, or suggestion, and typically consists of the base form of the verb, and is usually followed by any optional adverbials or complements that provide additional information. There are two types of treating theme in imperative clauses. The first is either as Rheme only. For example, write your name in the upper right-hand corner. This sentence marked as the Rheme. And the second is treat the process as a theme. For the example, write your name in the upper right-hand corner. Write marked as the theme, and your name in the upper right-hand corner marked as the Rheme. Then the last type is theme in exclamative. Exclamative theme is typically the element that initiates the exclamation and indicates the source of the strong emotion, surprise, or exclamation. It consists of the subject or the word or phrase that is caused the exclamation and is followed by the exclamation mark. Consists of WH element plus either a nominal group or an adverbial group. For the example, what a beautiful day it is. What a beautiful day marked as the theme, and it is marked as the Rheme. Then, there are three components of the theme. The first is textual, that consists of continuative, structural, conjunction or WH relative, and conjunctive. Then the second is interpersonal, that consists of modal adjunct, finite, and WH interrogative. And the last one is additional, that consists of topicals like subject, complement, or circumstantial adjunct.
So the next material will be theme and text. So another extension of the principle of theme is the topic sentence of a paragraph. We could look at the topic sentence as the theme of the paragraph, or maybe we could extend it further by regarding the introductory paragraph of an expository essay as the theme for the rest of an essay. So what we find here is the same pattern repeated on different scales, but the proportional relationship holds. So the theme itself is often contains the main message or point of the sentence. Okay, that's all about the theme and text. The next one will be the theme and new information. So as we told before, the theme in a sentence refers to the information that the sentence is primarily about. It is often the subject or the main focus of the sentence. In English, the theme typically comes at the beginning of the sentence. So here, for example, in the sentence, John like ice cream. So we can see that in that sentence, the theme is John. Why? Because the sentence is primarily about John and is liking for ice cream. So the next one is about the new information. So new information itself, on the other hand, is the part of the sentence that provide additional or previously unknown details about the theme. It is usually comes after the theme and often answer question like what about it or what happened to it. So we can take the example. The sentence is John like ice cream. So the new information here is likes ice cream. Why? Because it tells us what John does, which is he liking ice cream. This part of the sentence provides the new information that we have known before about John. So the next one will be the theme and text development. So the theme is the element of a clause or sentence that typically comes first and is what the sentence is about. It often contains the main message or points of the sentence. Meanwhile, text development refers to the way information is structured and presented in a text to create coherence and convey a clear message. So here, in themes and text development, describes how themes are structured in sentence and how text development is used to convey ideas, helps in effective communication and also writing. So we can see the example above that how the themes is helping the text to be more to able to easily convey the ideas to help the writers to convey the feelings in this writing. So I think that's all the material for today. So what we can learn today? Okay, first, theme is the element which come first in the clause, and also what the clause is going to be about. Meanwhile, Rheme is the rest of the clause, and it's typically contain more information, or it's also contain what the writers or the speakers is saying about. So maybe I will give you one more example for today. So, okay, so Rheme likes to go shopping every Sunday. Did you know which one is the theme and which part is the Rheme? Yep, that's right. So, Rheme is the theme. Why? Because we already tell you before that the theme is what is the clause is going to be about, right? And also, usually, the theme elements which come first in the clause, which means Rheme will be the theme because she comes first in the clause, right? Meanwhile, likes to go shopping every Sunday will be the Rheme because is the rest of the clause, and it also contain more information, and it's usually a new information about Rheme. So I think that's all. We have an exercise for you. So the exercise is easy. It's only 5 number. I think you'll be able to do it quickly, right? So the exercise is to identify the theme and also the Rheme in the following sentence that we will be give to you. As already said before, there are 5 questions. That is, first, despite the rain, the children play happily in the park. Second, can you tell me where the nearest post office is? Third, what a delicious meal you cook. Fourth, finish your homework before watching TV. 5. Did you finish your assignment on time? And that's all. That's all will be your exercise for today. You can ask more about this exercise on a group chat, okay? So we have greatest cards of the day. So the beautiful things about learning is that no one can take it away from you. It's from BBT. So I think that's all from today. I will lead the prayer. Pray begin. Okay, pray finish. Don't forget to do your exercise, and don't forget to submit it on the link that we will be sent in the group chat. See you. Thank you so much.